No, I mean, it's the preseason. It's just, there's no reason to push, just generally him, his ankle, everything. So, yeah, I think he's going to be fine.
Think he'll be good for Sunday?
We'll see between now and Sunday.
And then obviously defensively, it looked like it took a step back. What things did you see that didn't carry over from the last game as far as defense?
Yeah, I mean, first I would give, Detroit credit. They played really well. Cade Cunningham and Tobias Harris, they were very good tonight. So, part of it was Detroit. And, I think defensively, we got to be a little bit better. We got to find ways to make it a little bit harder. In some ways be maybe smarter. So, it'll be good. There'll be stuff for us to look at, see areas where we can be better, on Cunningham and Harris and just in general. The first quarter, and I think the turnovers, hurt us too in the first quarter. So, but again, Detroit, those guys played well tonight.
How much stock do you put in a game like this? I know the preseason can be valuable for building, but it was clear Detroit kind of wanted to make a statement after what happened in the last matchup and play their starters a bit more than you guys did.
I mean, playing teams, in a short period of time, whether it's a preseason or regular season, sometimes there can, there can be a carryover in positives and negative ways. But I don't think there were statements or anything like that. We didn't play that well, and they did. It happens, and, it'll be good for us to look at. And get ready to have a practice tomorrow and move through the preseason.
Josh went to the locker room. Was everything okay with him?
Yeah, he's I think we'll look at it, assess it. I think there's just some hamstring awareness, hamstring tightness. So we'll see how he feels in the morning.
Coach, you went deep into the bench tonight. Just what did you see from Ty, Colin, those guys getting a little bit more run?
Yeah, I mean, those guys have been phenomenal in camp. They've been phenomenal really all through September. So anytime those guys can play and, they go out there, they're doing everything, the kind of the carryover that we talk about from practice to the games. They're good players. So it's always good to see guys get opportunities.
Such a big talking point throughout camp the last few weeks has been the offensive pace and you want to get up shots quicker. Do you feel like you're getting to the offense at the pace that you're wanting to, or can that be improved a little bit?
I mean, there's always room for improvement. I think our pace, has been close to what we need it to be. We need to learn how to play at different paces too. And I think just execute. But, generally, the pace, I think that's been in a good place for us.
Coach, how do you feel about Ryan and how even though Cade had played well, as you said, how do you feel like Ryan did, of course, replacing Book in that tough assignment?
Yeah, no, I mean, Ryan, loves the challenge of guarding, the best players and taking the challenge, whether he comes off the bench the first couple games or as a starter tonight. Again, I think Ryan can be better, we can be better, but, Cade is, a great young player, and he showed it tonight, and so it's a great learning experience for Ryan.
Thanks, all.
All right, thanks, guys.
About to let the ball go there. On the loose ball, maybe take me through what made you stick with that. As it's going on and on, we're like, okay, somebody's got to give, and you obviously weren't going to do that.
I ain't letting that ball go. I ain't giving up. Just setting the tone and just being a competitor. That situation, be easy to let the ball go, but I'm going to just hold on to it the whole time.
Tyus, what were you thinking seeing that extended loose ball?
Yeah, I knew Royce wasn't letting go. Not in his nature. But again, that's what he brings to the table. Toughness. It's that mindset, and that's huge for us and easy to rally around.
What do you feel like you guys maybe take a step back in defensively from game 2 to tonight? Like maybe you guys didn't do as well.
I'd probably say just our physicality. We were a little less aggressive, especially in the first half. They made a lot of tough shots. But I think just picking up that physicality on the defense end, helped us out, especially when we started making runs. So.
Yeah, I agree with Royce. Just physicality, not, letting them just be too comfortable, kind of get to their spots, letting them dictate, their own, their offense rather than us kind of taking them out of their stuff. And stuff was just too easy for them tonight. So.
Bruce, I wanted to ask you about your pump fake. I know that's been a weapon of yours for years now. When did you kind of first develop that and realize that that could be a tool to kind of free yourself up?
I would just say throughout my whole career, sticking to the fundamentals, ball fakes, shot fake, they're simple but, effective. So I think just taking advantage of how to use it in the game, create space, create a shot. Just reading the game, making it easy for myself.
So do you feel like defenses kind of undersell or don't think about your shot as much since you're always dictating the action? Kind of allows you to get open.
Yeah, a little bit, and that, I know that's what comes with it. But yeah, sometimes at the same time, I'm also finding myself trying to facilitate a little bit too much, and you just got to walk that fine line of facilitating and keeping the defense honest. And if you walk the line well enough, the game becomes pretty easy. So.
You already had guys like Katie, Book, or even Coach kind of say like, "Hey, shoot more."
Yeah, everyone has utmost confidence in me, and for me, that just makes you feel comfortable in making kind of the right read, taking your shot, and we got unselfish players, so you're open. Guys are more than fine, finding you, and it makes it easy to kind of make sure you're taking the open looks.
Royce, you and Ronald were smiling throughout the game after that. Did you say anything to him post-game?
I just told him, keep being the player that he is, keep going, and keep that competitive nature.
And then this is for both of you guys. Ryan Dunn getting the start tonight. Just how valuable is that for a rookie coming in? I know it's just the preseason, but to have that responsibility and get those reps.
It's huge. It's huge. It's a good opportunity for him. Like you said, even though it is a preseason game, it's still a good opportunity, experience. The most, valuable thing is, the reps and being out there on the court and getting the minutes and getting those live looks. So I think it's big for him. And again, we're going to continue to need him and need him to play well and have, those experiences.
You guys are going to have 4 games in 8 days. Is that a good thing? Good preseason?
Just preparing us for the regular season. Whether it's 4 games in 8 days or like we got a bunch of days in between, I think we'd rather be playing than practicing anyway. So.
I was just curious, as a defensive-minded guy, what have been your impressions of Ryan so far?
Oh yeah, Ryan. He's been really impressive. I think since day one, he's asking questions, taking the challenge of guarding guys in practice. Kay, Brad, Book, everybody else, and then he's just being confident in his game, all the work he's putting in, and continue, to get better. And then, it's going to be a long journey for him. But he has a special talent.
You mentioned the physicality on your team's part was lacking. Do you feel like Detroit was basically trying to set a tone? It's hard to beat the team twice in a week, but do you feel like the new regime, coach, and what's the continuity they've had, they're trying to set a tone for 28 straight losses last year to basically, we're not going to get punked here again?
It was just letting them be comfortable. That's on us, to pick up the physicality. And, it's just something to learn from, watch film, and get better from it.
Thanks, guys.